Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
James Holder, IFL TV, in association with Matt's Gym Mobile. With me, I've got trainer Dave Coldwell. Just witnessed Dave Price in action. Second round TKO victory for himself. How do you sort of assess that tonight?
It's a difficult one because it's a 2-day notice to get on the show, to get him out, and to get to perform under the lights again. Sparring and fighting in fighting conditions are two totally different things. The guy's, he's boxed Coldwell and quite a few other name heavyweights, and it's taken them longer. So in that respect, great, we got rid of him in 2 rounds. What I did say to him before we went out is, I don't want him going out there and bowling him over, trying to bowl him over and getting him out there with a big right hand. Everybody knows about Price's right hand. Straight right hand, that's what you got to watch out for him. Things I've been working on, things like his uppercut and his body shots. Well, in his last fight, he nailed the kid with a sweet uppercut. In this fight, he dropped him with an uppercut, and he's landing body shots now, and he stopped him with a body shot, So he's doing things that we're working on that people aren't really familiar with when they talk about David Price. So on an exercise like this, that's what you want. It's no good just going out and trying to steamroll or something. You don't get nothing out of it. You might as well have had a sparring session, But like I said, under the lights, the whole nerves, being in a changing room, getting ready and everything, all that sort of thing. So it's what I said to you the other day, that is something that fighters need to become familiar with. And when you've not fought for a while, you kind of get rusty on things like that. So that'll do him good more than the fight, But also just carrying out instructions, that works. He carried out every instruction basically, So yeah, I'm happy with it, but you're realistic, and it doesn't do anything for him other than mentally allowing him to know that what he's doing in the gym he can take into a fight. Now obviously we're going to be stepping up opponents, and that's what we want to do. But it just needs to be active. Can't be fighting and then nothing happening for a few months. It needs to be active.
Speaking of him being active, he's going to be out with leave in a couple of weeks on the Liverpool card. Is there any confirmation from your point of view?
Nothing. We're just waiting. We know. We're talking about it. MGM have been very instrumental in getting him out here. On the start of the show, we've managed to get out here. That was the main thing. Now they'll go away and they'll sort out what they've got to sort out with Eddie and see where we're going to fight next, what we're going to do, and what's going to happen. We want to fight. We want to get active. We want that rhythm.
Do you reckon it could be Dave Allen? Is there anything you can sort of speculate?
I don't know. It could be, but I don't know. Well, now this is out of the way. We'll see what's happening on November 26th, and we'll see, what fight we've got on October 15th. I need him to fight. I need him to be comfortable in the ring. I need him to be comfortable and everything just to become like a walking park again. Like I said, you're not dealing about the physical capabilities of fighters. You're dealing about the mental side of things, and we all know that it's a rebuilding job with him. And he's coming on in leaps and bounds, and he's really, really growing as a man, growing as a fighter. And I'm excited about David Price. And I still say, if he hits any heavyweight in the world on the chin, he can knock them out. There's no doubt about it. And it's not just a straight right hand anymore. There's a lot more to his arsenal that's there.
A lot more variation.
And yeah, a lot more variation. But even in that tonight, you're in 2 rounds, less than 2 rounds with a guy that's fiddling about with his arms and trying to hopefully wear you out. He's not leaving many spots. He's not trying to put it on you. So the more ambitious the opponents, the better he'll perform.
You mentioned building up his confidence and sort of the rebuilding job you've done with him. How do you think you and him have gelled, and the relationship you sort of developed with him? How is that sort of coming on?
I think that's something I think you need to speak to him about. I think he's coming on. He's entirely different. From just walking into the gym, he's a different kid. From just how he carries himself is completely different, and that's a big part of what his problem was. Before, you'd see David Price walking into a press conference with his head down, And he's 6'9", whether he has his head down, hoping people don't see him, or he has his shoulders pinned back and his head up in the air, people are still going to notice he's David Price. And that's a conversation. Embrace the fact that you're massive and you're giant, and everybody's going to look at you. And he's doing that now, and he carries himself with a lot more confidence. But more importantly, in the gym now, you're seeing how much more confident he is. Sparring partners are finding him a lot more harder to spar than what they did before when they've sparred with him in the past. And he's only going to grow with each win. It's a tick in a box, and with each win, there's going to be more and more confidence instilled into him, and he's going to find himself even more. And then, please got it all leads to a big fight and a big crack at a world title. And I'll tell you now, he can put anybody to sleep. He'll put anybody to sleep. It's frightening the power that he's got. What you've got to remember is, at 17 stone, 17.5 stone, he hit hard then. He was known for being a big puncher then. Just by sheer weight that he's added on, he's punching harder anyway. But now he's also punching differently. He's generating more power. He's frightening how hard he hits. He's hurting people in sparring, and he's not even got out of first gear there tonight. And he's got rid of guys. Like I said, don't get me wrong, he's not a world beater, but he's been in with world-class fighters, and they've took longer to get rid of him. So, it is what it is, but I'm happy with him because of the manner it was. It wasn't just a case of going out and blasting him out. You're not learning anything about yourself in those fights. In the brief time that he's been in since we've been together, the fight at Goodison and this one is doing new things to him in fight conditions, which is what it's about. This is what you need. You can do it all in the gym all day long, but if you can't go out there and do it in a fight, just have the confidence to actually try things in a fight. That's the thing. Not be afraid to miss. If you miss, you can try it again. Just little things like that. Fighters need to develop. Fighters need to have the confidence to do that. And all the best fighters will do things now that if you look back on their career, when they first started trying to do things like that, maybe they didn't look so great. But now, a couple of years later, or a few fights later, they're perfecting things in fight conditions. And that's for me. That's what it's about.
Joseph Parker got the win today. David Price said to me he would love to get a shot at Parker and a crack. It's a big fight that sort of motivates him. How far are you to think from getting David Price into these sort of fights?
It could be November 26th. I don't know. Originally we were told November 26th we were fighting Parker if Joshua had a different opponent other than Parker, and that's what we was working towards. Now with the whole freeing up, what looks like freeing up the belts and things, I think Parker will probably get a vacant shot or something else. So then, is he going to want to fight on an undercard of Joshua a couple of weeks after a few weeks after he's just fought? I don't think he will. From a management point of view, I don't think it makes a great sense. Unless they just think the Price is shit and they'll just steamroll him, then they might. It's great exposure. It's a Brit. You're looking at fighting another Brit in Joshua. It makes the fight bigger. So maybe look at it that way.
I think Parker's desperate to come over. I really do. I think he wants to showcase himself on a big stage.
That's where I can see the fight happening. But his management might turn around and say, "Listen, you're going to fight for a vacant WBO or a WBA or whatever. Let's play it smart, and then maybe come over and do something like that while you've got a title." So I don't know. I don't know if it'll be Parker. There's other heavyweights out there that on a world level, world ranking, and they're going to progress him towards a world title shot. I think as well. I think mentally for Pricey as well. If he just
gone disco mode.
Yeah. If he's just fighting at domestic level, then I think maybe mentally with him, it doesn't build him how I need him to for when he steps into world level, because he's already beaten your likes of Skeltons, your Sextons, your Harrisons, big domestic name fighters. He's already kind of done that. So, I think he needs to progress international and world level opponents.
Listen, before it turns into an absolute rave, I'm going to let you go and do your work. I really appreciate it. Congratulations to you and the team on the win, and we look forward to seeing David Price 2 weeks in Liverpool.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, David.
I always leave me.